Hello chess fans, this is Rick from Chess to Progress with number 7 in the series Viewer Games. This one is from a viewer from the Netherlands, Julian. He says, I'm one of your fellow Dutchies, but I'm writing this email in English so that if you put it in the video, you will not have to translate. I recently played an online chess game with a 24-hour time control where I went from absolutely winning to absolutely losing in one move. Reviewing the game, I realized the mistake and thought others could maybe learn from it. 24-hour time control, I think, means that for each move, both players have 24 hours. Let's have a look at the game. Julian is white and Elven Rix is black. e4 from Julian, c6 the Caro-Kann defense from his opponent, knight f3, d5, e takes d5, c takes d5, d4, knight c6, bishop b5, and queen a5 check. For a second it looks like white has blundered a piece because it's check and the bishop on b5 is hanging, but knight c3 solves both problems. The check is shielded and the bishop on b5 is now protected. The main move instead of queen a5 check was bishop g4, but also queen a5 check is a playable move. After knight c3, Elven Rix played a6, kicking the bishop, bishop back to a4, b5, kicking the bishop again, bishop b3. We see this maneuver a lot in the Ruy Lopez, the Spanish opening. Knight f6 developing a piece, bishop d2, and there's a threat of knight takes d5 because then the bishop would attack the queen. So black makes a good decision to take that queen away, to take all these discovered attacks on the queen out of the equation. Black also has to keep an eye on the d5 pawn, which is attacked twice by bishop and knight and only protected by the knight. So queen d8 would be the best move here to keep the pawn on d5 sufficiently protected. But black plays a bad move, queen b6, just forgetting about his d5 pawn. Julian took that pawn, hitting the queen, and the queen went to b7. Knight g5, strong move, eyeing up the always vulnerable f7 square. The f7 and f2 squares are the most vulnerable in the game of chess. And Julian is now looking at that pawn with his knight and with his bishop. Black played knight takes d4. It looks good, it wins back the pawn, and the knight on d5 is now attacked twice by both knight and queen. But black had not looked far enough because in fact this is a mistake. Julian plays knight takes f6. Strong move. It's check, so you have to take back. And now the f7 square is attacked twice by both bishop and knight. And this is the crucial moment in this game. Julian should have taken on f7 with the bishop, with check. And then, for example, king d7. And now we get a very forced variation. All checks. Let me show you. Queen g4 check. King c6. Queen e4 check. King c7. Bishop a5 check. King b8. Queen f4 check. King a7. Queen takes knight check. King b8. And now white takes time to castle queenside, puts his king safe and develop the rook. And yes, you can take the knight on g5, but after bishop d5, white is winning. Material is equal. Well, white is a pawn up, but look at the position. All black's pieces, apart from the queen, are on the back rank. White's bishops are very strong. Of course, he's winning material anyway with that skewer on queen and rook. White's king is safe, and apart from the rook on h1, all his pieces are developed. So by taking with the bishop on f7, we got this very forced variation where white was able, with checks, to win the knight on d4, to chase the king around while developing his pieces at the same time. So this is an important lesson to learn. Always look for forced moves first, if they make sense. So in this case, white had a ton of checks, and just giving check because it's check is not the right thing to do. But if you see that with those forcing moves like check, you can improve your position and deteriorate your opponent's position, then it's the right thing to do. They're more easy to calculate, and this is a very good example of where white was able to improve his position as well as damage black's position by playing these forcing moves. But Julian did not take with the bishop on f7, he took with the knight. And he was very unlucky. Yes, luck also exists in chess. He's very unlucky that black's counterplay is so strong that black takes over and actually has a winning position here. Black took on g2. Rook is hanging, so rook f1 to save the rook. Queen e4 check. And it's amazing that now white's king is in unsurmountable trouble. Bishop e3 is the only move. Knight takes b3. Suddenly black plays this very strong. Julian took on h8. Of course, if you take the knight on b3 instead, then after king takes f7, black is a piece up with an ongoing attack. So Julian took the rook, and his opponent took the rook on a1. Nice echo. Knight takes h8 and knight takes a1. Queen took back. Material is even, but white's forces are completely uncoordinated. The white army is in total disarray. Look at all those pieces. And compare that to the variation we saw after Julian had taken with the bishop on f7. All those forcing moves. Black's pieces were beautifully coordinated. And now it's the other way around. Sometimes chess is very cruel. And black keeps coming with the strong moves. They're all quite evident. Bishop g4, bringing another piece into the attack. Very strong move. Queen c1, there's nothing better. Queen f3, threatening checkmate on e2. Queen d2 to stop the checkmate. And there, another piece into the attack, rook d8. After Julian did not see anything better, and after queen takes d8, king takes d8, Julian resigned. There's nothing he can do against being checkmated. Let's try one other desperation attempt. For example, instead of queen takes d8, we play bishop d4. And then that bishop can be taken, of course, because there's still the mate threat on e2. The queen cannot take back on d4 because of queen e2 checkmate. You can try and swap the queens, queen e3 check, but then bishop e7. And if you then take that queen just to slow down black's attack, you find out that after bishop takes f3, it is still checkmate, even without the queens. There's nothing you can do against rook d1 checkmate. Quite remarkable how a game can turn on its head this quickly, and that's why it was a great choice from Julian to send me this game. I also think, and Julian should be complimented for this, it is great that Julian showed a loss. Looking at the games that are sent to me, which I'm very grateful for, by the way, most viewers send in one of their wins. And that is logical. I also showed one of my wins in the previous video. But you learn a lot more from a loss than from a win. So sending in losses and asking for those to be analyzed is actually quite a good idea. So thanks to Julian from the Netherlands to send me this game. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you found it instructive and that you learned something. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the Chess to Progress channel, and I'm looking forward to seeing your comments. You also may want to have a look at my Chess to Impress channel with about 150 videos of material. This is Rick from Chess to Progress. Thank you very much for watching.